Yo, this is how you make kimchi fried rice, restaurant style. So this is actually my mom's recipe, right? So this is what I grew up. I promise you, this tastes better than any kimchi fried rice at any restaurant. So this is a super easy recipe and it'll only take 10 minutes. So let's get right into it. Let's go. So the main 3 ingredients that we need here are kimchi, rice, and some pork belly. All right, so high heat, splash of oil. First thing first, we're gonna scramble some eggs. Crack 2 eggs in there. All right, we're gonna scramble our eggs. I'm gonna put this to the side. All right, now we're gonna cook our pork belly. This is how my mom used to make me kimchi fried rice, right? So this is honestly her recipe. She actually never taught me how to make it this way, but she made this for me over 100 times. So I just watched and learned and made it into my recipe. So shout out to Amma. Annyeong. Throwing my pork belly right on top. So I'm not gonna be using any oil here because there's a lot of oil that's gonna come from the pork belly. And we're actually gonna cook with the fat from the pork belly. I'll give that a nice little flip. Whew. All right, now that pork belly's cooked about 60–70%, I'm gonna chop it up. I'll chop it into nice little bite size. All right, so this is a 1-pan kimchi fried rice. We're gonna cook everything in 1 pan. You see the nice fat coming out there? Natural pork fat coming out. All right, so kimchi, I'm just gonna chop it up inside the bowl. Just like that.
Wait, how do you know what kimchi to use?
Good question. So you wanna use kimchi that's super fermented. You never wanna make kimchi fried rice with a kotjeori, a freshly made kimchi, all right? So in order to find out if your kimchi is fermented or not, smell it, taste it, and you'll know. It'll have a little kick to it, you know? This pork belly is a little too thick. And actually let the kimchi cook a little bit on the pork fat. Same thing in a bowl, I'm just gonna chop up the pork belly into smaller size. Just bite size, you know? All right, that's a good size. All right, I'm throwing this right back in. So when you chop up your kimchi, I just like to roughly chop it. Sometimes I like to have big chunks of kimchi like this. It's like eating pepperoni pizza. Sometimes you get 4 or 5 slices of pepperoni, sometimes you get 2, just like that. I like to have more kimchi on my bite sometimes, you know? So you know when you go eat Korean barbecue, sometimes when you eat pork belly, they lay down the kimchi next to it and let the kimchi cook along with the pork belly? That's exactly what we're doing right here. So I'm actually kind of freestyling this. So let me just go over the recipe real quick. So it's 1.5 cup of kimchi and 1 cup of pork belly. I just want to show them the ratio. All right, so remember this. This is one of the most important things when it comes to the ratio. So it's 1-to-1 ratio. 1 rice and 1 everything else.
That's not 1-to-1.
Yeah, but we're going to add 2 eggs here, right? So it's going to fill up to be exactly 1-to-1.
Sorry.
Is that 1-to-1?
Yes, sir.
All right, bet, let's go. So this is perfect right now. But if you have onions and scallion, you can add that to it too, all right? Now I'm gonna throw back in my eggs. So the reason I cook the eggs separately is because I don't want the eggs to stick onto the rice or the kimchi or the pork. You see this? Now it's all separated. You want the eggs to be dancing around all over the kimchi and the pork belly. So when you add your rice and when you're taking a scoop, you're getting a bite of everything. All right, so 1-to-1 ratio, rice going in. Boom. All right, we're gonna go 1 tablespoon of sesame oil and 1/2 tablespoon of oyster sauce and 1 tablespoon of soy sauce. We're gonna actually spread this around the pan and let that kind of burn. All right, now we're gonna break up the rice.
Oh, can I use a fresh rice?
Honestly, I like using fresh rice, you know? I know there's this argument, when you make fried rice, a day-old rice is better. I don't know, think about it, guys. What do you think would taste better? Fried rice shouldn't be on the pan for more than like 5 minutes. You gotta make sure you break up all the chunks of rice. You have to break up the rice or it's gonna be bland when you take a couple bites. All right, we're gonna give that a quick taste. This is optional, depending how your kimchi fried rice looks. If it's a little dry, you can add a little bit of that kimchi juice in there. More flavor as well. Look at that. Personally, for me, on my kimchi fried rice, I love to have about 1/2 tablespoon of gochujang, aka the pepper paste. And a little bit of black pepper. Ooh. About 1 tablespoon of sesame seed. Ooh, look at that. So I'm gonna show you guys 2 different ways to plate it. Mama Cho style and restaurant style, all right? So number one is Mama Cho style. So my mom would just plate it in a pan. So it's kind of like a hot stone. Not everybody has one of these hot stone at home. So I call it the broke boys hot pan. You know, you're literally just taking this to the table and eating it on the table, you know? So my mom would just bring the whole pan, and we don't have any other panchan's than kimchi fried rice. She'll just put it in the middle of the table, and what she would do is she'll just split it into 3, and then it'll be one side will be my mom's, the other side will be my sister, and this will be mine. And we would just eat it straight from the pan. That's how I grew up eating, and it was so good. Because the food is all about the temperature of the food, right? And the whole time you're eating it, it's like so hot, so you're kind of like, oh. You know what I mean? Now I'm about to show you a restaurant style, right? All right, we're gonna cook a perfect egg, put it on top of the kimchi fried rice. Oh, optional. Throw a tablespoon of butter in your kimchi fried rice. Ooh, so good. Honestly, I forgot, but you shouldn't forget, all right? We're gonna grab a sizzle pan, so high heat. You see this? You wanna make sure you jam-pack that up, just like this. And then, bow, right in the middle. Whew. All right, gonna sprinkle some cheese. Whew. This is the new way. Some people were like, yo, why is Korean people so obsessed with cheese? All right, we're gonna wait for that cheese to melt. We'll lay a perfectly cooked egg right on top, just like that. We're gonna garnish it with some scallion. We're gonna finish it with some seaweed paper right on top. Look at that. Just like that, and it's ready to serve to the customer. All right, moment of truth. Look at that. We made it all pretty just to make it ugly. Moment of truth. Let's go. Ooh, this is hot. I'm not an egg yolk guy, but when the egg yolk is mixed with your kimchi fried rice, fire. Only time I like my egg yolk. Kimchi fried rice with kimchi. What do you guys think about that? I cook this at least like once a week. This is my comfort food. Anytime I have some kimchi and rice at home, which is all the time, I make kimchi fried rice with it. And pork belly is the way, man. So hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thank you guys for all the love on YouTube. The channel's growing crazy. I appreciate you guys. See you guys in the next video.
여보세요. Ah, crap.
Yeah, peace. Yo, this is how you make bulgogi restaurant style. Let's go. Ooh. Yo, this is how you make japchae restaurant style. Ooh. So japchae, aka the glass noodles or sweet potato noodles. This is one of the best sellers at a restaurant, and I can't believe I'm sharing this recipe with you guys.